one.
Hello everybody, Reaper X1 here, playing another series of Out and About in Terra Tech. This time it's 0.6.03, an unstable build. Just getting started here. Figured I'd add the intro in to the game. I think that was should have been something I did right from the start, but overlooked it for some reason. Yeah, you probably noticed my guys flying around there pretty fast. Well, in this video what I had done is I had played through, had some issues. My SCU, it kept disappearing on me. So not wanting to just stop playing there, I decided, well, I'll try again. Failed again. So this time I just tried, and what I'm going to do is just play through the whole round of missions, as many as I can get. And then I figured I'd just speed it all up and cram it into at least the amount of time as reasonably possible. So this is what we get. A bunch of really fast action, fast-paced action. The building goes a little quicker, so it's a little nicer that way. And still see if all the missions, how they work and if they work. I've already tested out the gauntlet in another video that's been posted and got one of my personal best times in a flyer even. That was the surprising part. There's been some improvements to the camera so that there's not as bad of pauses at the turns. That's what was caused by loading the upcoming world for the racetrack. So they made some improvements there. Still a little more would be nice if it could be fixed. Still has a couple stutters here and there, but I didn't beat my own personal record, so it's obviously getting better. Throughout this, everything was working great. So far, like no problems. My battles are working within reason. The tires are a little slippy at some points, I've noticed. Like on the sides of hills and stuff. I don't know, they don't seem to handle it as well as they used to. Especially when you're overweight. You see sparks on your tires, and like right there is more of a little drift idea. And this guy really isn't that fast. And those are just the little GSO wheels, they're not even the dirt wheels. Well, there's always got a repair here and there after a battle, or every so many battles when at this stage. Little guys will wear you out eventually. And the batteries. I'm not sure. I think I might have even used a different seed for this one, for the world. I'm pretty sure, because usually this guy's up on a hill. And I use my normal one. And I find I use the same seed most of the time, but it's a nice change once in a while to use a different one. I like the same one just because then it's a good test, comparison. Because it should always have basically the same kind of layout. And then just whatever spawns into the game would probably be in a little bit different. So I'll find my SCU. Do a little preparation before I get too far into this. So I know what's coming. Those three little guys just looking to blow that up. I ain't about to make that easy for them. Yeah, a little sneak attack sounds like coming. He's off to the side, and he's gonna join in. Yeah, there he is, I knew it. Couldn't remember if he come through in on it or not. But yeah, he had to try his luck. Everything working fine with the SCU so far. Get a last minute charge going. Don't want to be caught and no battery if I don't have to. Hey. Oh, thought I lost it. It's ahead. Yeah, see here, look, before you just go real slow up, not slide around the side of a hill. So I don't know, I think that's kind of different. Ah, I will not be denied. Grade 2 is mine. Now watch right, is it here? No. It's around in here somewhere, I know. I remember it. I posted a video, a short little clip of it. Just let the bug be known. From the forums and that I've read, there's more than just me that have been getting this one. At least one or two others that have posted something in the thread. Finally getting my base stuff. Be nice to make a little extra money. Gotta get the game so far before I can start getting the piece I need to use it on my tech. I don't think I'm gonna start any major builds in this. I still got that base I started in the last update, so I think what I'm gonna do is finish off my missions. Get them all wrapped up, and then I think I'm going to play my old save in this update. Just see how it all goes. See if I can complete my base, and I'll have another tech for my game world project that I'm working on. Trying to get some of the smaller techs built for my ultimate save game. Just in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about with that. That's a save I'm slowly building techs up for. I'm going to try and edit them into the save so they can be found as neutral techs. So they shouldn't move, they shouldn't fire upon you. You can attack them, I think. Can't remember how that works. It's been so while since I did it. So long since I did it. But it'd be something that you could drive up to like liftoff, put a cab on it, and it's yours. Well, the things I want to add are monsters. They're huge techs, a lot of them. They'd be way out there, hard to find, hopefully. And when you find them, you basically get all the blocks you could ever want to be opened. Except for a few, just because they are themed kind of monsters. There'll be a transport, a UFO, a plane. I got a couple scary ones. I got a dinosaur and a big fiery guy. But then I need some smaller ones, just as maybe that I can put in as enemies instead of having the random ones or the loaded ones in, like the population. I wouldn't mind having a couple select ones that I would have in there as like my choice. Or if I could replace all the enemies, that would even be kind of neat, but not really necessary. I just want a couple that spawn maybe more than once. and maybe a couple bases and stuff like that. But with the game getting the attention that it has, and I think it might not be too long after we get some new crafting stuff that I might take a really good crack at getting a bunch of that stuff all built and ready to get put in. The game seems to be running a little nicer. The monster text will still lag the hell out of it, but it'll be some that could be worked on and finished, and when the game can handle it, hopefully it'll still be compatible and work. That's kind of my theories. Or it won't be too hard to update it and make it work again. So me, I'll personally deal with the lag and get it set up. And then if anyone else wants, they can try it now, or they could wait till, well, not right now, but when it's done. Or they could wait until the game can handle it to their liking. Which I'm pretty sure the developers will be able to make the game handle what I intend on throwing at it as a basics. Like their size build limits and all that they have right now. I think they could pull that off. Just a matter of time. Now if they really want to see some of my monster builds, well, I don't know. I just end up building until the game couldn't handle it anyway, so it doesn't matter what they do at that point. There's a city I'd like to be building, but I know that's way, 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 way off. But anyway, those are the hopes and dreams for where the game will end up and what we'll be able to do in it. Yeah, this is another one. This one caught me. Couldn't finish this mission. I was able to build the thing, but I just didn't want to lose the mission off the mission log. Yeah, see? I didn't even think you had to add anything to it. You just had to set them to harvest, and that should be enough. I was surprised though he could actually drive like that. And he takes off. That's what setting them to harvest does. He runs away. Oh, let's bring him with me. He's 3. Out here messing about. Oh, there's a nice little find. Definitely put that to use. Chip it off. That was the downside. Those other ones, they ran away, so I didn't have nothing I could. No way I could just take it over. I had to actually destroy that base. Oh, armchair gravy. That was his tack. I think if I remember right, I got a few from him. I'm not sure, but I think the best battle I had in this video was his tack. If I'm remembering correctly, that is. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Yeah, that's the downside not having the SCU with me. Can't imagine this is how I used to do it all the time. And I'd still build monstrous things. I think this SCU and all that are nice, but they're just making us all soft. I used to have to wobble back to my home base with a big, massive, ugly heap of something that was made of blocks, just to tear it apart and store them and start building whatever I was building. Wish I'd have made videos on a lot of that stuff. That was a long time and a lot of work to get a lot of them. And I think I guessed at one time I think I had 300 to 500 hours of offline game time. Just because when I originally was playing this the first little while, I was playing on a friend's computer that I was fixing for him. Or I had fixed and still had. But yeah, I wouldn't be online, so I just keep putting around, just collecting blocks. Never even thought of making videos at that point. Actually, it wasn't until not too long ago I started making videos, and now it's fun. I like playing the games just as much as I like making the videos and making all the stuff to help make the videos better. So I've been trying to animate a new intro and outro for my videos. One that'll be good for all my games, like my general channel intro and all that. Not just a specific one for each individual game, even though that would be a cool idea too. But there's a method to my madness. I try and get things to work for more than one thing at a time. Now this is a little bit of a bummer. That first one, he actually put up a good fight. Then when I get to the rest of them, they just sit there and take it. They don't even fire one shot at me. And then I don't have the SCU to clean it up, so it's like a double kick in the nuts. Just slap in the face. That's what it feels like, a slap in the face. I figured it might be about time to kind of tune this little puppy up a little bit. Give her a little shrinking. Getting too much hanging out and getting ugly. Usually by the time I think they look ugly, it's because they're not going to work that great anymore. That's not a good spot. I just blew that all apart. Just take it apart again. That's funny. Yeah, good thing I got shield. Something hit this in the right spot, it just fall right apart. There ain't really much to it. Kinda fast, it's got some shields, and it's got decent firepower, so it stays alive. I don't think I've been blown up in this at all. Not that I remember. Yeah, looking at that, it's almost hard to see where the tech is and the blocks are. You can see like an outline of the wheels. I never noticed that until just there. Sitting watching it while it's playing back and doing the voiceover. Ooh, flatbed. Yep, once again, forgot to put some lights on it. It's just to take up a spot where a gun could be, or, you know, something aggressive. I don't know, I got mixed feelings about actually using lights, because in theory, a light should draw attention, so you should get attacked more. Enemies should come straight for you. But that doesn't always seem to be the case, so it's not really a big issue. Really, I just cram as many guns on as I can within within the space that I'm trying to maintain in order to keep it looking the way I want. Usually most of my early builds tend to kind of look like the front of this. The backs are what usually change until I get into the bigger wheels and the geocore stuff. A lot of the time I like this idea and then just slap some better wheels under it and beef up the offensive a little bit. I actually had a really good tech in my last run through, and from 0.6.0.2, I forgot what I called it, long haul or something, I think. And it worked pretty damn good. I actually updated it when I was playing in the R&D there last, and I think I had five big geocore tractor pads just loaded, plus the receivers, the large receivers and all that. That thing held so much. I was testing that base from my last Out and About series, from the last update. Found a few issues with that one. But like I said earlier, I think I'm going to go back and work on it a bit more. Maybe in the main game from my last save, or I might take it to the R&D to wrap it up. Because there's another monster I've been working on in there, a true monster. Not none of these theme builds in the game, or kind of rushed because the new update coming. No, this one I'm taking my time. I had piece 1 done for the Dino Challenge, or the second Dino Challenge. That's part 1. The next part, it's a nice addition if I do say so myself. If it'll work, I don't know, because it is getting to be a multi-tech and they always act weird, or unexpected, not necessarily weird. I think it's going to do this when you put the pieces together, and really it does something completely different. Or it'll just do something that doesn't make any sense at all. Either there's known from Armchair Gravy. Maybe that's all that was invading me. Oh, one thing I noticed too is he really wanted to chase after me, a couple of the invaders. Yeah, I think it's this one. He was a hell of a fight. I was starting to wonder. My little guy didn't turn as fast as before, so couldn't really do the tight corner maneuvering. But he was running them pretty decent. And not that I'm complaining, but really I think those plasma cutters need to do some more damage. So I know throughout this battle he touches me a few good times for quite a while. And I don't even think I lost a block. Not on them attacks. Like there, I think I should have lost a block. Well, I might have on that one. I know he had me into the side of me. Yeah, he had plasma cutters into the side of me a few good times, and I just kept running away, healing up as much as I can, get back at him. But see here, he followed me for a while. I'd get out of his area, he'd keep coming, which was kind of nice. I never really cared for the whole let me run away thing, which is understandable. You do need to be able to run away. I just don't like having to do it. I'd rather be able to get in there and just pick away at him, even if I have to. That's basically what this one boils down to. I kind of am guessing that he's got the big geocore batteries, and they were probably half full or full. But here I got worrying though. I got down to just the regen, the health regenerator. No shield, I just thought I was done. Going a pretty green there though, ain't I? There's those big batteries. So like always, when I get the geocore wheels and such, always gotta add them. It's like mandatory. They make everything so much nicer. Speeds are more constant until you get to a behemoth of a tech, and of course it's gonna get a little slower. Kinda glad daylight to come out for the build time. Really sucks always building in the dark. But Jesus, yawning like crazy. Watching all this playing and not actually doing it's kinda getting me. Speeding up videos has its price, I guess. It's fun, it's entertaining, but parts are a little slower in the process, I guess. Looks like a piggyback. I've heard that. That's something in my nose and it's just driving me nuts right now. Oh, I'll be back in 1 second. Oh, that feels better. Yeah, that Trader beast there, you didn't have a chance. Freaking cab right on the front. That's kind of silly. I think that was like a one shot kind of thing, maybe two. First one might have missed. And yeah, if no one else has noticed because of the sped up video, the thing I noticed about the trading stations here is the geocore one, it tends to stop as soon, or stop accepting blocks for sale as soon as one goes towards the center on each pad. So if there's 4 pads on a side, like the 4 circles for the pad, and then there's the 5th one that moves to the center. As soon as it gets to that center one at the back, towards the middle of the thing, that's when it stops accepting blocks. So I was able to click fast enough, and I think I got 5 or 6 on one. But see, at the geocore one, there isn't an issue like that. It seems like it'll just keep going and going until it hits the normal limit. So there's a little thing there, a little bug there, I think, or maybe just a change that hasn't been fine-tuned or something. But I know there's a few improvements that I would like to see for the trading stations. Because I think they should actually be able to pull blocks off everything. Like, I know the big receivers are going, the scrap magnets are coming, things like that. But there's, I don't know, I guess I can't really say either way until we see what the new setup's gonna be. But in hindsight, like always, it is 2020. It would have been nice if the receivers could have been pulled from too, when it's just for blocks. So look at that guy. Oh, that was the invader. I thought I was still heading towards him. That was just a guy I found on the way. Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a messy world with the SCU kicking with me. Jeez, I'm leaving messes like that all over the place. The bigger I get, the bigger the enemies will get, the bigger the messes will get. I'm gonna have to start learning how to swim through the blocks here. I have my own ocean of blocks. That'd be kinda neat, really. Make a tech that'll drive on nothing but loose blocks. Look at this. Perfect. I think that's the one I needed. It is. Another mission down. This guy. Another victim, that's what he is. Oh, there's one of my favorite blocks. Big receivers. Mainly just for cleanup. And they're massive capacity, like, I don't know if they still do, but I think they still hold like 40 items. Like, you can't go wrong with that. That is just awesome. I hope they keep them at least just for resources. As far as picking up blocks, yeah, sure, leave that to the, yeah, damn it, marker, but no dude. That's kind of a common one. He's just driving around probably somewhere. I have to find him. Not really a bug, I don't think. I think he just has a big area that he drives in. Yeah, I didn't even want to play around with that. Not really too interested in the parts they had. Well, I got a little buddy now. Oh, there's another guy. Yeah, get rid of all that junk. Oh, that little guy's not doing too shabby. He's keeping in there with me. Yeah, this is tech isn't as good a harvester as my last out the boat tech. That other one, it'd just bump into something, knock it down most of the time. The odd tree, depending on what type of hill I'm on, would stop it, but nothing like this one. It was way better. Well, there's my shock armor, shock plates that I needed. So I think that's probably all the missions for right now, except for the messed up one. Just can't do it yet anyway. I already did it twice, I think. I know I did at least one. That I think was called the tower of some sort. This didn't seem tall enough to be a tower though. I found liftoff. Yeah, that was one of the last things that I was playing with. Looks real crazy when it's sped up like this. Yeah, that plane, it needs a bit of length to it, I think. Getting stability to it. A gyro would do it, but then you lose some of the fun factor out of it. I was surprised I was able to switch techs on the go like that. Thought I'd just hit a block and maybe pick it off, or just not get the 2 clicks I needed in on it. But yeah, it worked out pretty good. Yeah, flying's always kind of fun. Till you crash and you get shot and blow up and then you lose everything. I have had that happen once before. But have a good one, everybody.